Back in Chapter 1, Section 5, we learned that a bisection point is called the midpoint of a segment. And it would have to be of a segment because a ray has infinite length and a line has infinite length. Only segments have midpoints. So in Section 4.1, we are asked to calculate a midpoint. I'm going to first start by taking an example that you'll know. If you wanted to know your grade and you only had two grades, they were an 80 and a 100, and they were equal weight, what would your grade be? Well, you would take those two grades and divide them by how many you had. So then your grade would be the middle value of 90. The word midpoint starts with mid. We're looking for the middle point. So now that I'm looking at this segment here, I have to take the endpoints into consideration. So we have -1, -1, and -5, -5. Then I want to find the average x. So I take -1 plus -5, which is -6, divide that by 2, and I get -3. -1 plus -5 divided by 2 is also -3. So the midpoint of that segment would be -3, -3. If we look at the second example, we can see one point is -4, 2, and the other endpoint is 2, 2. So if we average the x's, -4 plus 2 is -2, divided by 2 is -1. And then if we were to average the y's, 2 plus 2 is 4, divided by 2 is 2. We don't need a graph to determine a midpoint. We can simply average the x's. 5 plus a -4 is 1, and then divide that by 2. 3 plus a -2 is 1, and then divide that by 2. 2 plus 4 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. And 4 plus a -3 is 1, divided by 2 is 1/2. So in order to find the midpoint, we need to find the average x and the average y. Mathematically, we could note that we are adding the two x's and dividing by 2, and adding the two y's and dividing by 2. These problems are slightly different. We are given the midpoint and one endpoint and asked to find the other value. Well, we know that the midpoint is 5, 1, which means that 2 plus some unknown x divided by 2 will give me 5, and 5 plus some unknown y divided by 2 will equal 1. So then we can set these into two separate equations and solve for x. Multiply both sides by 2, subtract 2 from both sides, and repeat the same process for y. So 5 plus y divided by 2 equals 1. To multiply both sides by 2, 5 plus y equals 2. Subtract 5 from both sides, y equals -3. So then our missing endpoint is 8, -3. Another one is going to be 5 plus some unknown x divided by 2 equals 1, which means 5 plus x equals 2, and x equals -3, and also 2 plus some unknown y divided by 2 equals 1, so 2 plus y that should be a comma, sorry, equals 2, and then y equals 0. So our missing endpoint here is -3, 0. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Smash that like button. You know you wanna. Come on, give it a thumbs up.